Hello, everybody. We are here, and we just saw. I think the show was so bad that I was just so.
You're flustered. You're flustered.
I was so flustered. At what I just. LJ Ruiz is here. Happy Monday. I literally thought that was such a boring Monday Night Raw, and I have to say, they've gone really wrong because you do not follow up a Royal Rumble with this kind of show. They seem to do this a lot. They seem to do a big show, and then all of us dummies are like, "Oh, Monday's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to see what happens." And LJ, I was listening to Sirius XM today, and funny enough, they were literally saying, "Oh, tonight on Raw will be really interesting to see what happens." And, they got to come up the top of the show. Roman Reigns needs to come out at the top of the show and all of that. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's what they got to do. But no, they saved it to the very end. And I just thought it was super boring. But before I start about that, let's give congratulations to Bad Bunny. I was so happy for Bad Bunny last night winning Album of the Year, which was a great moment. You watched the Grammys, LJ?
Yeah, I watched all of it. Yeah, I'm a big awards show guy.
I am too. I
love a good awards show.
Me too. And I want to talk to you about it because Grammys is my favorite as a musician, because I sing and songwrite, and I just love the Grammys so much, and I look forward to it every year. And I just thought Bad Bunny, the whole thing at the end was amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
I loved him. And who else did you like? I loved Justin Bieber. I thought was phenomenal.
Yeah, I thought the performance was really good, and I also really enjoyed I really liked the all of the breakout artists of the year, like when they did the 1-on-1 over and over again. It was really cool.
I thought that was amazing because
I thought they were all pretty good too.
They all were pretty good. I love Lola Young, as you probably saw, because I thought that was such a great thing. That I knew Olivia Dean would win. I kind of didn't want her to win, although I felt she was going to win. And I thought Somber was good too.
I actually saw Lola Young. Me and my girlfriend went to the Jimmy Fallon show, probably around this time last year. It was pretty cold out, and I didn't know she was the musical artist, and I actually didn't know who she was at the time. And she came out and played Messi live at the Jimmy Fallon show, and I was like, oh, she's pretty good. And I looked her up, and now she's performing at the Grammys and winning Grammys, which is pretty cool.
I thought she was great, and I was so glad she won because that song was such a big song last year, and I thought everybody remembers it. And you heard about the Alex Warren thing, the thing with the headpiece.
Yeah, and it's funny because when I was watching it, I was like, oh, he looks like he's uneasy, like he doesn't look comfortable right now. And then that came out after, so I was like, oh, that makes sense because he really did look a little uncomfortable.
I hated watching it because I've been there on stage with the things in the ear, and you heard, if you saw his Instagram or TikTok, it was bouncing back.
He said he was hearing himself and the crowd at the same time, and he couldn't hear the tempo and all that stuff.
I felt so bad for him, LJ, so bad because in the video he's like, it would only happen to me. That's a terrible thing. It's like a big show, and he's new artist of the year, and that happened.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't help that he's like, when you're a new artist, you want to do the best possible, and then that happens. So
I just was so happy. Jelly Roll winning contemporary album. I like that song. I was just a little Jelly Roll's a little over the top for me, but I haven't been in prison so I don't know.
It's hard to relate. It's hard to relate a little bit.
That I'm drinking and being in prison and but isn't it interesting that both these guys were in the WWE? I mean, when have you ever?
It just shows you it's crazy. Yeah, 2 Grammy Award winners for 2 guys that are actually pretty good at what they do in wrestling.
I mean, that's the thing. I think Bad Bunny's. I mean, I have a question. Didn't you go to Puerto Rico?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
And Bad Bunny was there.
Yeah, he wrestled Damian Priest in the the co-main event. It was an awesome match. It was crazy. The crowd was absolutely insane.
So what did you think about Gaga winning and all that? Were you happy about that or no?
So it's funny. I'm actually I love Lady Gaga. Like I've always liked her. I think it's pretty funny. Yesterday I was upstairs and my mom was watching it and she was like a little saying that she thinks it's a little over the top and it's a little too much for her. And I was like, you know why I like Lady Gaga so much? It's because I was like, I love pro wrestling and I love when the entrances are really cool and you got the strobe lights and the fireworks and everything comes together. And I feel like Lady Gaga does all that stuff. Like all her music videos and live performances are insane. And I was glad she won because she was with a bunch of young artists that you would think probably deserved to win, but they gave it to the veteran, which I thought was pretty cool. Because usually like Sabrina Carpenter gets it or Billie Eilish or
I was gonna be I am not a big I'm sorry. Sabrina Carpenter is not like when you have Justin Bieber and Lady Gaga in the category, it's like I can't
like you'll get your time at some point.
I just can't. And the thing is, Justin Bieber never wins. And I love Justin Bieber. He's never gets it because they never pick him.
Yeah. And he's great. He's awesome.
But yeah, so Bad Bunny and Jelly Roll are wrestling Grammy winners. I don't think
and they both might wrestle soon, probably. I would think.
So they were talking about everything we said this on the Busted Open channel today about they can't go to WrestleMania for 2 nights in Saudi. They were saying one night in America, and they're coming up with this thing, and I'm like, and they said the crowd looked dead. Whenever there were women, there were maybe 4 women in the audience, and they kept going to the 2 girls.
Yeah, the same 2 people over and over again.
They brought up Lash Legend being booed when she was amazing in the match.
Yeah, she was one of the highlights of the match.
They brought up how crappy the women's match seemed to like stumble through, and that there was no excitement for like we're hearing it like it's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Whether it's
it might have not been, but the layout and the acoustics of the stadium just did not work well, and it just felt off.
I really hope they reconsider.
Yeah.
But this show tonight,
I guess, and it's probably a good chance they don't. Honestly,
I don't think they're going to reconsider. But I have to say, this show really was boring, and they were talking about that Raw and their ratings have been down, and their viewership has been down. About why they're strapping this back on Roman Reigns because their viewership is down. Well, this show was a snooze fest, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I was struggling like really bad during this Raw, like really bad. Like I even caught myself to stay awake. I went to my monitor and I was like playing video games while watching on my TV because I couldn't. Like I had to multitask. I was like I couldn't because I caught myself staring at the screen and watching, Obafemi, who was supposed to have this crazy debut, and he just beat up on the Viking Raiders. I was like, why is this? This is not cool or important at all. He has a crazy Rumble appearance, and that's what you do with him now.
And you literally had to have him have a squash match with the War Raiders, who also looked pathetic. Like, why did you do that? All of you matches, the American Grande guys, like that was stupid to put Javon Evans over, and then he comes like it's so the whole the Penta thing. Like, what was good? Nothing. Even Liv Morgan.
It felt that didn't feel important either.
It was.
They advertised it as a celebration. She just came out and announced this girl as the next title winner.
Am I wrong, or did I miss something in the snooze fest?
No, I don't think it progressed anywhere.
Right? Didn't she celebrate with Raquel or help Raquel up? Or no, she went after Stephanie because she's obviously going after Stephanie for a title. Is that what we're supposed to assume?
I guess, yeah. Both Roman winners are going to be at the against the Raw champions, I guess.
Now, doesn't it all make you rethink your position about AEW? Because these guys are not doing anything.
Like the guys that are coming there from.
No, I'm just saying, like, they've got stuff going on, and here nothing's going on. It used to be there was nothing going on there, and now it's like this is just like a filler, nothing show. And I really have to tell you something, and I can't wait to hear your opinion. I did not like the fact that Roman came out 8 hours later and did his thing, and Punk comes out, and Punk is the instigator in this. Punk was definitely the instigator. Like, what?
Yeah.
What am I watching?
Yeah, I really didn't enjoy. I really didn't enjoy the. Like, it sucks because you have Roman Reigns and CM Punk in a promo that is supposed to really promote WrestleMania, and it felt like we went nowhere. Like, all they did was bash Drew for 20 minutes. Like, Drew McIntyre got the worst end of that. They were just bashing him back and forth over and over again. I was like, he's your WWE champion. Like, does nobody realize that? He is the champion of WWE, and he's getting treated like a second-hand champion, even though that's what the Raw belt is supposed to be.
Let's back up a minute, and because I know you're a huge Punk fan, and I am too. But back in the day, is it not true? The history that they have is that the Shield was Punk's clique, right?
Yeah, like his bodyguards.
His bodyguards.
Mm-hmm.
That was Dean Ambrose, Seth, and Roman.
Correct.
When it fell apart, what happened?
You're saying like at the end?
How did it all fall apart that they all ended up not together?
Well, it all ended officially when the Shield were still together, but the Shield turned on Punk at Royal Rumble when The Rock beat him. They costed him the championship against The Rock, and The Rock ended the 434-day reign. That's why he mentioned it today. And then then they went off from there. And then like Punk went on to.
Did Roman actually cause it as the three, or was it a group thing?
I think they were all together at that point, because there was even a time where the Shield went against Punk 1-on-3, and Punk beat all of them. After that.
Were we rooting for Punk at this point?
I don't know. Honestly, at that point, that's when I was really. I barely watched wrestling at that point. Like I started to fall off a little bit because it was getting really bad.
Right. That's my.
Like I used to only watch like the big shows at like in that time, because it was kind of feeling like today's episode. It was a bunch of nothing.
But I didn't like the setup of this. What is like Punk screaming in his face, and then Roman's like, "You took my wise man. You took my this." Did he take his wise? I don't remember that happening. When did that? They didn't take his wise man. I definitely
think that the match is going to be good, and like obviously, when you're putting Roman Reigns and CM Punk, it's going to sell tickets immediately. But they're really banking on that, because I don't know what the story is going to be.
Right, and this is me now. I didn't want Roman to be bad. I was kind of liking Roman in the ring there for a minute, and I was wanting to root him on. And now you threw Punk in there, and I'm like, so is Punk going to be the heel? Like, what are they doing?
Yeah, because I thought the crowd wanted Roman as like they're still going to cheer him anyway, but it's really frustrating. It really is.
So they're going to build this up now for 2 months of whatever they're going to do. And they were talking about, because of Roman's leukemia, how he can't be on all the time.
Is that really true? You think that's, I don't know. Or does he want to just be a part-timer like all the other guys do?
I don't even have a problem being a part-timer. I have a problem that this stupid setup of the story is absolutely dumb. What is the point? Why am I fighting you? Why do you hate me? And now he goes, I hate you.
Yeah, because I thought that this whole time, for the last 2 years, basically, with the 2 War Games matches, that they were teasing Punk and Roman like coexisting, and like finally Roman becoming a good guy. And now it feels like they're reverting right back to the beginning. It's weird. I don't really understand why they're like ending that storyline with Roman and Punk being cool.
But Roman's the first to say, I hate you. So that now we're going to go back to who else hated? Oh, Seth. Seth hated him.
Yeah. Yeah. They both do.
So the only way this works for me is if Seth comes back and helps Roman because he hates Punk. Yeah, because he hates Punk that much more than Roman.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're gonna get a Roman Punk reunion. I mean, Roman Seth reunion at some point, just because that's what WWE loves to do.
I would like to see Seth and Roman.
I would like it too. Even if they were both heels, I wouldn't mind it.
I don't care if they. I'd like to see them tag team as heels. I'd be fine. Why are we never getting that?
Yeah, I thought we would. Maybe they're waiting for Moxley to come back.
Bleed all over. So the other thing is, I just was really disappointed. Then there was the thing on social media, and I want to get your thoughts on this. It's about how Triple H seems to not have enough black wrestlers in the stable, and they never work out. And now you've got amazing. You've got Trick, you've got Oba, you've got Bouncy, and then you've got Royce Keys, and you have Carmelo. Is this the time that they finally are like, are they just going now? Are they going to make this work? Because they've kind of screwed it up.
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, with those guys, you got to assume it's hard to mess that up. I mean, they're all super talented.
And by the way, I don't even like the fact I'm commenting black, white, Latino. I'm just
exactly, but now it feels like we have to because it's a topic.
It became a topic. This is not my topic. There's a topic out there that didn't Bobby Lashley and everybody went to AEW. Isn't it because they didn't re-sign them, they didn't use them, and they
felt not valued. Yeah,
black men on the roster.
Yeah, even just representation. Like even in the Rumble this year, you had the three, but like no Carmelo Hayes. Like where was he? One of your best guys on the roster. Truthfully.
One of my favorites is Carmelo Hayes. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Makes no sense.
And so are we supposed to just build up Obafemi by him throwing the guys? So then what? He gets Cody Rhodes? I just don't... I think
it's going to be him. I don't even know if he's going to have a Mania match, honestly. He might not.
Oh, yes, he will. With Brock Lesnar. Well, who threw who out?
I think you don't think it's going to be. Well, Lesnar eliminated
Obafemi.
Oba, but isn't Lesnar supposed to fight Gunther, or is that not what they're doing? You know what I mean? Because that's what everybody's prediction was Lesnar Gunther, unless they're waiting.
And he's going to retire Brock.
That's why everybody on Twitter today was predicting Gunther versus Ray, and he's going to retire Ray at Mania.
Roman Reigns, oh my God. See, this is what I don't like. Roman mentioned the Colt Cabana podcast to Punk. I will never forget 10 years ago when you and your little best friend's podcast were running your mouth, making my life harder than it ever should have been. Do we know what he said in that?
I don't know exactly what he said, but he mentioned it during the promo, and I know that he mentioned some stuff about Roman when he was off the show, when he was off WWE at that time.
Well, so it seemed like Roman had the right to say what he did.
Yeah, I agree. I actually think in this, like you said, I think Punk was more of the heel. He was like the instigator and the antagonizer of this whole thing.
Right, which leads me back to the point I wanted to talk to you about since we had such a shitty show. And that was, they obviously feel the need to strap the rocket back on Roman because it's gone downhill. That is my thought. They don't know what to do. The ratings aren't good. The viewership's lower. And we got to do something. So we're bringing it back Roman to like be the main character. I'm just confused. Cody, I don't know what you do with at this point. If this is like when we talk about soap operas and you're like, these characters, what are they doing? They're making no sense. I don't understand where they're going. What do they do? Like, what are they doing? Do you have any idea what they're doing?
I think it's what you're saying. I think that they made a realization that maybe they did need Roman back on TV like immediately, and they need him on weekly shows once in a while with the title in his hand, and the ratings are low. And I guess after Mania, if you end up with Cody back as the WWE champion and Roman as the other champion, it's kind of where you want to be. So it's not the worst idea. I was just annoyed by today's show because of the fact that we're 3 weeks away from Chamber and nothing was progressed towards it, towards any of the card.
By today's show, because you waited to have Roman at the very end. You opened with the Bron Breakker thing, which kind of went nowhere.
What are they? They're teasing Pierce being involved with this whole thing, and I don't know what they're gonna do, where they're gonna go with it.
I thought there was a lot of things that it was Logan or Jake Paul in the mask.
Mm-hmm.
I still think it's Logan, but I think that would make the most story sense.
It's like, yeah, it makes sense, but then what do you do from like? Are they gonna strap it back? They're gonna strap it on Logan now. They're gonna, because right now, honestly, they were making Braun feel like the next guy, and I don't feel like that anymore. I feel like they're losing faith in him and they're pushing him to the side. His character is like a big baby. He's like a big baby. It's like that's like his character right now.
Why did they choose to do that instead of like? Did they do that at Royal Rumble because it was too like we talked about? Why I changed my pick?
Like too obvious.
Obvious. So now they've gone on this way. I do think it could be Jake Paul, or.
But like, do we care about that?
I don't know why I care unless Jake Paul did it because of Logan. Like.
I just hope I'd just rather it be Logan at that point. Like just Logan straight up.
I want it to be Logan because that would make the sense in the story. He told everyone, let's back up Bron in that scene. But who cares?
I do like that Logan has been now top 3 in the last 3 Rumbles, which is pretty funny. 3 straight Rumbles, he's top 3. Right. Like, he might win one at some point.
At some point, because it just shows me every time. It's kind of, we can kind of predict what's going to happen, which is really bad. You know, LA Knight's going to come in. He's going to be your guy on TV. He's going to wrestle. He's going to cause trouble, but he's never going to get anywhere further. Like, it's becoming so predictable. And so I really thought the Punk thing was bad. I love CM Punk. I was like, what is your fucking problem? Excuse me. What is your problem?
Yeah, he was like a mean old grandpa today. He was like pissed at the world. that was even though he's the champion.
I know. And Candace is here. Hi, Candace. LA Knight turns heel and still not getting a push. Did he turn heel? Whatever he does, he doesn't. Oh, that's your prediction. LA Knight turns heel. Okay.
And he still doesn't get a push. What about the Bella Twins?
Oh, I hated that. They come out.
They're like they speak in like monotone. They're like, "Hi guys."
And hi guys, and we're back, and I'm here, and the crowd is like,
yeah, I felt it was so awkward. It was so awkward.
They just leave there. We're back because I'm back because we're the tag team originator. But it was like, and then the music, it just the whole show, like nothing. And then I don't know, it was really off, just like Royal Rumble. I thought was off. I honestly think it was one of the worst. I just don't think it was good.
And then we move on to the Stephanie match. I was falling asleep during that too. It was dragging, and she obviously wasn't gonna win. So I was like, what's gonna be the big swerve here? Like it was like, come on.
I tuned in. I thought, okay, Roxanne is gonna screw up Raquel because she's with Liv. They didn't even do that.
No, they did nothing. They tried to help her win.
What is
she lost? And then Liv grabs the belt. That was it.
What is the point? You had the follow-up to Royal Rumble. It should be a big Monday Night Raw. You had absolutely nothing happen except Roman saying, I hate you, CM Punk. I hate you, which only makes me feel like Seth and Roman have to team up against.
That's the only reason.
Because everyone hates Punk.
Yeah.
And he didn't come off like a likable guy. Other than that, what else happened? Who else wrestled? It was so boring.
You had Penta against Bronson, which was nothing, and then you had LA Knight. Right?
No,
he just came in, and then we had Gunther do his fake AJ Styles impersonation.
Oh, and then you want to know what else I hated, everybody? I hated. They were backstage. Maxine gets all riled up, and the other two the guys like, oh yeah,
with the comedian.
Oh,
yeah, it felt like a really 2014 episode of Raw.
Yes,
like extreme, like with the celebrities and nothing, having your big guys at the end do nothing.
It felt like nobody did anything. We're not going to move this any further. Roman comes out. We didn't book anybody.
Thank God I didn't go. I was considering going because it was in Philly. Thank God I didn't go.
Have you seen a worse show after Big PLE than this one?
No, in a while. No, not in a long time. It was really bad. It was like really embarrassing.
I'm embarrassed.
Like I feel like there's like we have like nothing to talk about. I feel like it was that bad.
Candace says 2014 was at least better than tonight's Raw and Rumble. Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
I honestly, there's like nothing. So now what?
I'm really hoping the Chamber, starts to progress things a little bit.
Okay, so here's the question. Who wins the Chamber now?
So I guess if they're going to go with the same thing, then it's like the number one contenders match for the other title that the person doesn't choose.
Wait, doesn't the winner of Chamber go against Drew?
Yeah, so it would be Drew and then either I'm assuming Jade, because Liv it looks like she's choosing Stephanie. I guess it would make sense.
Because Jade should get Bianca, but I don't know where she is, and they're not.
Yeah, no one knows if she's ready. Yeah. I would say Bianca would win the women's, but she won it last year, didn't she?
She did. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. I didn't even I'm sorry, the Bella twins just fell flat to me. I was just like,
yeah,
really, really bored. Yes, Bianca, my girl, I agree. I don't know what's going on. Somebody needs to investigate. And now that I think about it, where's Montez Sport? Where are they?
Yeah, they're still off TV. It's so weird.
So maybe
it makes no sense. I don't know. I just think I don't think they know what they want to do with any of them.
So now I'm wondering, I thought all these mysteries were happening. Who is the mask guy? What the hell's going on with Adam Pearce? I thought Liv would turn on Raquel. I thought I even wrote an article.
No, we literally got absolutely nothing.
They're gonna not do anything for weeks. If the Elimination Chamber's they're gonna have filler time.
Well, it's what? It's in 3 weeks, I think, exactly, right?
February 28th. It's February 2nd.
Yeah, so we have a little bit. So I guess they are gonna wait. I really hope that they figure stuff out.
I mean, did anyone like this show? I'm trying to see.
I'm not online. Online, I'm seeing that people were not enjoying it.
C+. Gunther, I was annoyed with too. Oma Feby got an A for that match. The Bellas got a D.
Wow. They gave Oma Feby an A? That's crazy.
Bronson Reed and Penta got a C+. Dirty Dom's return and Liv celebrated was an A. Stephanie Vaquer and Raquel was a B+. Roman Reigns got an A+. What?
Maybe that's why we're not critics, because I strongly disagree with that list.
Yes, I do agree, Candace. It reminds me of the Young and the Restless, Pointless, 100%. They're interchangeable. Raw and Y and R are literally interchangeable. They're both like pointless. And yes, it's hi. Thank you for being here. We're just discussing JGP Junior 646. We're just discussing how bad Raw was. Did you think it was as bad as we did? We were bored out of our gourd.
Yeah, it was really, really hard to watch as like someone like I was genuinely excited because I thought they were gonna do so many things today and they did nothing. And it's starting to feel and it's very worrisome because it's starting last year's Mania wasn't good. It was bad. And it feels like it's gonna be the same thing this year. Like nothing's really hitting right now. And it just makes you think of how well everything was going during the whole Cody Rhodes bloodline story. Like it was like you couldn't wait for the WrestleMania.
Right, and I'm wondering if they're trying to figure out a way, which never works, to get back to it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do that, then you're really screwed. Like if you're trying to go all the way back and get the bloodline back, and then like, is that where we're going? I would rather see the Shield guys somehow reunite and do something.
Or if we can get a heel Cody versus a face Roman, because then you can flip it. But you can't just run it back the same way. You can't.
But when Kevin, hi. General Hospital. Yes, General Hospital is much more exciting than Raw is boring.
Raw is boring. Instead of Raw is war, Raw is boring.
Raw is boring. It was so boring. I just can't believe it. I mean, I feel like we're stupid. And then the audience is like really the people that are really into it. I'm like, I can't imagine.
The Grammys were more fun to watch.
I was having such a good time watching the Grammys, and I loved it so much. And who I also love? Lauryn Hill and that whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Roberta Flack and D'Angelo. It was so fantastic. And
it was in California. It was in California, right?
It was at the Crypto Arena.
It was at Staples Center.
Staples Center. Bold and the Beautiful Beyond the Gates equals.
This is turning into a raw roast right now.
Well, because it's basically if I was
roast of Monday Night Raw.
If I was putting this as a soap opera, which I believe it is, anyways, it would be at the bottom. It was really bad. Like, what was the point of the Bellas? They were so. Is anybody? What is they? So what do they decide she wants to wrestle again? Well, why? Money?
Yeah, probably. Danielson's retired, so who's making the money right now?
I don't want to see that. Candace says, I'm over Cody Roman. I mean, I'm going to see them in a movie later this year, so I want their match with them. Yeah.
I'm excited for that. I am excited for that movie, Street Fighter. It should be really good.
Yes, Candace, it is true. After 54 years, yes, and was so sentimental at the end of
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, didn't you guys know that it's moving? So that's why Trevor Noah, who I think is a fabulous host, said, this is my last year hosting.
Where is it going?
I think it's ABC.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like a streaming platform because I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
I thought streaming YouTube was going to be the Oscars. The Oscars are going to YouTube in like 2027. I think the Grammys are going to ABC.
54 years. That's a long time.
Right. So did you see? Yeah. The Grammys are moving to ABC next year. And they were showing at the end of when the credits are rolling, Andy Williams, Ellen DeGeneres, Whoopi Goldberg, Billy Crystal, all these people that had hosted through the 54 years. They were showing that. Okay. I'll be honest. Monday Night Raw was more fun to watch on the USA Network than Netflix, but they dropped the ball and Monday Night sucked now for me. Yeah.
Yeah. USA Network had some good, it really did. It was good for a while.
Junior 649 is the point. 7 here.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels like they just don't care anymore and they just have the money. So they don't have to worry about putting on a good performance and a good show. Because it really does suck right now. It's boring. It's hard to watch.
What is it? It's even.
I think
It's 2.5 hours of nothing.
Hey, is it just because Seth is that important and he's not there and it feels
You
like
guys,
it's off?
this is the other thing. You hate my Seth. When he's on, you're all like, everybody's like, oh, Seth. I'm like, no, he's great. I love Seth. And they're like, no, Michael, he's not a big enough star. No.
It's because Jeff Hardy's not there anymore. I need Jeff Hardy. Then it'll all go back to normal.
But they misuse him too.
Also, like, this isn't not to specifically do with Raw right now, but Rusev, Aleister Black. What are they doing with these guys? Penta, Dragon Lee. I mean, not Dragon Lee. Ray Phoenix.
What
They're
about
doing nothing?
I mean, Rusev is. I mean,
Rusev's just off TV. He's just not there.
They bring him in. They get him back from AEW. He comes back.
He does nothing.
Pointless. You name somebody else. Who else did you say?
Aleister Black.
I read that they were retooling him or something. They're doing something.
He just came back. He has to get retooled already. Oh my God, these guys, they come back to WWE. They don't do anything.
I agree. They should replace Triple H. I don't know with The Rock, but I think
I would probably go for someone else, but
yeah, I think Candace should be the booker. I mean, isn't it? Are they sitting there going, "We do what we do because we do what we do. It's gonna be great." I'm like,
there's no way that they sat there today and were like happy with the show they put on. It was terrible. It was boring.
I think they didn't want to use certain people because maybe they felt because they flew. So they would have had to leave Saudi Arabia on Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm. Because it was like 2 a.m. on Saturday.
Ended. So they probably had to catch a plane later in the morning from Saudi to fly them back to the U.S.
Straight to Newark or Philly, wherever.
And I think they just couldn't have everybody go to Philly. I don't know. But even if that was true, none of the stories that were the cliffhangers from Royal Rumble played out at all. Nothing.
They barely acknowledged the Masked Man. Like they just barely talked about it, and then everything else just didn't really matter. I guess SmackDown will be the other side of it, but we'll see.
I don't even like SmackDown anymore. I don't think that's been great either. I mean, it was better in the last couple weeks, right?
Yeah, I've enjoyed SmackDown.
I mean, the big thing coming out of this is Punk. Reigns chooses Punk. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just think we're in for weeks of like nasty stuff, and then they're gonna have to build it up. Candace is perfect for the job.
Yeah, they're all. This guy on Twitter says 2 guys who despise each other, 2 guys who want to be the best, 2 guys with years of history. This promo was everything I wanted. So maybe we're in the wrong. Maybe we just don't get it.
Who am I supposed to root for? This is my question. Is everybody going to be rootable? Like we want them both? Which is fine. I'm just asking, what am I supposed? Who do you want? What do you want Roman to be? Is he going to be a dirty jerk? Because I'm worried they're going to flip him back to that if he's going against.
I think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna.
What if they flip Punk and he was heel?
But I don't even think it works because Roman's not really a face, so it still would feel like Punk's still a face. They have to really, I think, prove me wrong with this storyline in the next few weeks.
So somehow Paul Heyman is involved in this again.
You have to think, right? I mean, it's Roman and Punk, unless they just try to get away from it.
I mean, I can't imagine somehow Paul Heyman.
Now they have Lesnar walking out with Heyman too. So
is Heyman going to help somebody, or
maybe they'll throw Lesnar in the match too?
I heard that they're waiting for Lesnar to retire him in Minnesota.
Yeah, for SummerSlam.
For SummerSlam? Is that this year?
Yeah. Gunther.
So I put in, I did something the other day. I had gone and I saw that they were doing credentials for Chicago and I hit the button.
Oh,
I don't know what that is. Probably nothing, but I hit the button.
so you're gonna see? You're gonna decide?
Let's see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll do a live show from there.
I mean, they're talking about Philadelphia. The other thing I was dying to talk to you about is Roman was like, Philadelphia is where I lost. Philadelphia is where I won. Philadelphia, and I wanted to say Philadelphia is where I broke my nose.
We all have history there. Philadelphia is where we missed the first match because you were getting nose surgery in the training room.
It was the worst training room. What training room? It was the fucking medic thing at the stadium.
It was in a closet. And they weren't letting you leave. They're like, no, sorry, you have to stay. And you were like, can you let me go, please?
I'm like, I have to go see this match. You're not helping me. There's nothing you can do. And you're like, we gotta go back to the match. Just like,
yeah, I was like, sorry, Michael. I'll see you later.
It's this big, and they put it on my nose.
And then we were getting yelled at because it was too cold inside.
Do you remember the announcement they made, though? Were you there for that?
Oh, yeah. It was. Wasn't it about you? Wasn't it about you? For anybody grabbing food, please watch your step. There's a big bump. They're like, don't worry, this isn't about someone specific. Just somebody in the last row dropped their chicken on the floor.
In the last row in the back, and it was short, broke his face.
Because you had a drink in you had a cup in your hand too.
The cup went over the guy from Germany or whatever. It went.
Oh yeah, it went all over him. Yeah, you're right.
It did. This is memories of Philadelphia. So I don't know. Okay. Gunther versus Orton, Legend Killer versus Legend. For what, though?
For what?
For what? What are we booking? I'm asking everybody, like, what are the matches at WrestleMania? I understand we have Roman and Punk. We have Drew. Who's going against Drew?
It's going to be Drew, Cody, and Jacob. Triple threat.
That's what I think. And I think Jacob's should end up the champ. I guess.
Probably.
I mean, so is Cody just going to be also ran? I mean, what do you?
I really didn't think. It would be surprised. I would not have predicted that Cody would still be feuding with Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania after all these years.
He needs a good rival, Cody. Is that Jacob? Who is it?
The Rock.
Okay, well, what is that? Is he coming back now that he
never for Saudi? Yeah, next year.
Of course.
Yeah, for Saudi, he'll be in the building.
Well, everybody, but if you have a triple met, then you know it's going to be a DQ. Ugh. And we watch this, people. And I'm asking you, like, I don't understand.
Losing sleep over here.
Losing sleep. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for being here tonight. It was a quickie because there's honestly nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
But they need to get their shit together. I just don't like. Couldn't they have figured out, even the people that weren't in Saudi, like, give us a show? What was the point of the Bron Breakker? So Bron Breakker's left the building again? I don't understand.
His storyline is so boring.
I liked him. What happened?
I just want Seth to come back and stomp his head in.
Well, does anyone like Seth but me?
Becky does.
Becky does. Oh, good news, though. Very big news. I wish I could show it to you. Guess what came in the mail? The John Cena shirt.
You got it?
It looks amazing. I haven't tried it on, but it's the one he wore in DC the last night that was special ordered for a couple months, and I got it. I can't believe you guys and LJ. Like, this is insane. I never had a John Cena shirt in my life in decades.
Now you have, like, what, 5?
5. 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Candace, I like this. Thank you, Candace.
See, Booker. She's the new Booker.
As you're booking the show, what do we do with Seth? Don't we think he's going to come out at WrestleMania? I do, to do something.
I think at Mania maybe, but he's still not ready yet.
Well, had you torn? I mean, I had 3 shoulder operations. It took me 9 months.
Yeah.
And I'm not Seth Rollins, so I would think
a little bit shorter.
No, just Seth would be shorter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it too? I got it right. Oh.
That'd be a good idea.
That's great. Should I not wear it either then? I was just so excited today. Oh, you're in DC, Candace. Okay. All right, guys. I guess we can only hope that General Hospital, Bold and Beautiful, and Beyond the Gates just keeps defeating Monday Night Raw as a better soap opera at this point.
Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you all for being here. We'll keep you posted with our next show. We're supposed to do SmackDown on Friday night, but given that, we'll watch for our notifications.
We'll discuss. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Have a good rest of your week.